promote someone else's business. So if there's a business, a Black-owned business, please put it in the comments. Now we have, we're on right now live. We're on 8 different platforms right now. And so this goes out to thousands and thousands of people every single day that sees this podcast. And so by you putting their information in the comments and us putting it up on the screen, people are going to get to see it. Also, my good girlfriend, Tiara Williams, Miss Black Hollywood, who's normally on here with me, she also has a Black business directory. So she is putting together a Black business directory, and she is actually doing some matchmaking on some businesses. Okay, so we got Pearls Ripple from Across the Wellspring, my poetry book. Okay, that's what's up. Where can they find it, Granville? Where can they find your poetry book? Is it on Amazon? What's the website where they can get it? We want to put it on the screen. Okay, and as we go through, our discussion today, you'll randomly see your business on the screen. Okay. So that's how we do it. We want to make sure that we're shouting out the people, because the only way that we're going to be able to close this wealth gap and grow together is if we practice collective economics. And that is extremely important to the growth of our business. And that's the reason why I started the whole woke movement. Because first of all, Donald Trump has bastardized, and the left wing and white people in general have taken his word and they bastardized it. Because when you talk about stay woke, this has been in our community since the 1930s, nearly 100 years, where we were giving each other warning to say, hey, we stay in woke. And as you see, Donald Trump now takes it, and he said it in the State of the Union the other day, and then he talks about it, and they don't even know what the fuck woke is, which really pisses me off. But this is the kind of shit that they say.
Woke is bullshit. I don't know if you've been watching, but we got rid of woke over the last 2 weeks. Woke is gonzo.
So we took over the Kennedy Center. We didn't like what they were showing and various other things. We're going to make sure that it's good, and it's not going to be woke. There's no more woke in this country. This woke has cost us a fortune and cost us our reputation.
I don't like the term woke because I hear woke. It's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is. A lot of things going on with our military, with the woke and all this nonsense. They're not learning to fight and protect us from some very bad people. They want to go woke.
Woke means you're a loser. Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit.
Them Cut and Dro said it. Cut and Dro said it. Corny. You taken our word and you've made it corny, and they've made it a bad word. But we gonna stay woke, y'all. Let me tell you what the woke acronym that we've taken, and we're taking our word back. Woke means wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered. So when we talk about stay woke, Black people, I want you to stay wealthy. I want you to build wealth. That's why you're here. I want you to stay outstanding. I want you to live in excellence at all times. I want you to stay knowledgeable. That's you learning everything that you can and investing in yourself. And I want you to empower and live at your highest height and be able to empower others, be able to effectuate change in other people. That's what woke is to us. So I have a Facebook group on Facebook called it's woke now, but I got to change it to stay woke, but it's woke now. Join the Facebook group. This is where we're just pouring in knowledge. Yes, stay woke, Black folks. Yes, stay woke, Black folks. Stay woke. Yes, sir. So I do a woke tip every day because I want to just drop a little bit of a tip every single day. It's just some knowledge you could absorb, so that you could just take this into your daily walk. Every time we come live, I want to be able to teach you something new. So here's the Stay Woke tip of today. Welcome to the Woke Minute. It's your girl, Constance Carter. This is where we will drop quick tips to build wealth, seize opportunity, gain knowledge, and empower your legacy. Legacy over luxury. Create generational wealth. Family, wealth is a relay race. You run so your kids don't have to start from scratch. Instead of leaving bills, leave wills, deeds, and businesses and living trusts. Make sure you have a living trust and life insurance. Stay ready so you don't ever have to get ready. That's your Woke Minute, because when you stay woke, you stay wealthy. So listen, We have to stay woke so we can stay wealthy. So when I talk about getting wills, a lot of times, Black people, we don't always have our estate. We're trying to build wealth, but we don't have that second part attached to it. That second part is protecting your legacy and transferring the wealth onto your kids, having life insurance, making sure that they're good should you die, making sure that your home is in a living trust. When I first moved into an affluent neighborhood, it was a white neighborhood. Everybody over there had a living trust. Now I live in a Black affluent neighborhood with all Black people who probably are more wealthier than the white people that I was in before, but nobody has a living trust. So that's the second part of the build wealth. The wealth thing that we need to do is make sure that our assets are protected and we are transferring our assets to our children the right way, where they're not losing money, they're not fighting over it, they're not hating each other when we die. Because if you don't have your stuff set up properly, your kids are not only they're going to hate each other. They're going to be fighting. I've seen it one too many times. So make sure that you stay woke so that you can stay wealthy, and make sure you stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Okay. Now I want to talk about Angie Stone. This is, it's really sad. And let me tell you why. Angie Stone, one of my favorite artists. I've listened to her for years, and she's actually a Facebook friend. We became Facebook friends because I used to have a show called Conversation Starters, and I used to interview celebrities. And her and I chatted a few times because she was going to be on the show. We never got a chance to put her on the show in enough time because we kind of stopped doing the show. But she's always been very sweet and very gracious. And when she died, I was shocked. First, I thought she was ill because I seen she had lost a lot of weight. I seen that she went live a few months ago and she was really thin. And then my cousin told me that, oh, I just seen her a few months ago and she didn't even stand up the whole time. She was sitting down the whole time, the whole concert. And so I knew she had health challenges. I remember watching her on a reality show. I knew she had diabetes. She smoked cigarettes, like all the things. And so that was what I initially thought. Then I thought, oh, dang, car accident, that's really tragic. But then I spoke with my friend April Sampe, and April is the biggest conspiracy theorist ever. And April said, something don't smell right in the milk. I don't know. And I was like, yeah. Just brush it off, because I was like, that's what April do. Everything is a conspiracy. And then I started to look into it, and I was like, April, you might be right. So I want to bring April on here because, this is my girl. She's on here with me sometimes, but and she always has a unique perspective because she's an artist as well. And so she knows a lot about the music industry and all the things, that she's met a lot of different people. And so she has a definitely a unique perspective. So I'm going to bring on April. Y'all give April a round of applause.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, Abe?
I cannot with the applause. That I can't.
April, come up a little bit. I can't see you.
I'm like, my chair. This is about as high as it can go.
Okay, so. I'm gonna go back. Sit up a little bit.
Yeah,
April.
Wait, because we were talking about growing your money, right? And we were talking about trust, and we were talking about everything. And if we think about it from the perspective of how this all started, what was she looking for? She was looking for her money, right? One of the things, if you look at the entertainment world, and it's so unfortunate that there's so many people in the entertainment world that have absolutely no idea what it means to have credit. So you were talking about trusts. They don't know what it means to have credit. So a lot of them are living so poorly because they can't afford to get the home that they want because of credit, right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the trust. All that money that she should have been in a trust. And then she trusted, you saw how I use that word? She trusted too many of the wrong people managing her money. It was just so unfortunate that all of this.
But I want to know, like, why off the bat? I want to ask you, why off the bat did you automatically think that someone wasn't right? That's what I want to know.
9 people were on a Sprinter bus. The Sprinter bus was hit by an 18-wheeler. Am I correct in all of this? Mm-hmm. And then the only person that perishes in said tragic event is the woman who's saying, "Run me my money."
Did y'all know that Angie Stone said, run me my money? And then the first thing I said was, well, I mean, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, she was the only one in the car that died when she died. And you said,
she had some shit on everybody too as well.
This is what April says. That's what April says.
True.
Okay.
Listen, we talked about it. A whole different subject, but we talked about the same thing as it related to the plane crash that happened in the DMV. Mm-hmm. There was somebody on said plane that they did not want to get off of said plane. Okay. There's certain things that they do to make sure that people don't have a voice anymore.
Okay. Well, let's see, because now I want to unpack it. So what I did is I looked at the video and I looked at it twice, and I said, "Oh shizzle, there is some things in this video." And this is so when she went live, I saw her going live. I saw her going live when she went live, and then she was just like, taking too long. I'm gonna wait for 10 more people to get on. I'm gonna wait for 50. So it's kind of hard, kind of thing I do in the beginning, right? I have an intro, but she was just like, I'm gonna wait for 10 more people to get on. And so I did not get a chance to listen to it until I listened to it. And then I listened to it twice. And then I broke it down. So let's listen to her last video that she did in December. We're gonna break it down in bite-sized pieces.
Listen to the whole thing?
No. We're gonna break it down in bite-sized pieces.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's get this bit of information. No, I didn't make it a secret reveal. I should have, but I will have my team post it as a reveal because it is a secret that I'm revealing. But the latter part of the conversation is really, really crazy.
Okay, so first of all, the first thing I wanted to note is she said this was going to be a secret reveal that her team posted. Her team never posted the secret reveal. They never posted. She said, I'm going to do this now, and then my team is going to post this as a secret reveal later. It was never posted later. Okay. All right. So let's go with the first one.
I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out I had what was a bacterial blood infection, caused a staph infection of the blood. They rushed me into ICU. I went into ICU and I went to use the restroom and I passed out. And they brought me to is when they told me I was lucky to be alive. Sorry. I knew it was an attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack on me. However, I was treated and God healed me.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who else has had those types of bacterial infections?
That's a good.
Let me show you one. My boyfriend. I just seen him. Yeah, I just seen him a couple months ago. My boy, that's me and my man.
Jermaine in the back. Oh, she's so cute.
Jermaine, yeah. You ain't seeing me kiss my man?
Oh no, I didn't.
Not Jermaine in the back. But no, look at in October 2022, he had a bacterial blood after revealing Diddy may have been involved in Kim Porter's death. Okay.
Weren't there more?
Mm-hmm. So if we look at, well, hold on. So Whitney Houston, I don't know. There was some, Whitney Houston fought for control over her finances. Her estate was locked in the IRS,
Michael Jackson?
What? Michael Jackson? Let's see. Okay. Publicly called out Sony, accused him of industry corruption, died while preparing for a comeback tour.
Jamie Foxx? Oh, Prince. Did we talk about Prince?
Oh, yeah. Prince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Changed his name to symbol to protest Warner Brothers, mysteriously died after regaining ownership. But I don't want to go to the last one yet because that's the last. Okay, so look. Okay. All right. So what are we really talking about here? We're talking about
the fact that people want their money and people don't want to pay it. Listen, and I'm sorry if you have more things that you wanted to say. I thought you were asking. Go ahead. It makes my ass itch that people don't realize everything that happens to them when they are in the music industry. And when I say music industry, I'm not saying that they go and they're independent. I'm talking about when they're a part of the music industry, right? They don't realize how much money is being paid out of their own pockets. They don't realize how much insurance is actually on them. So they are worth more dead than they are alive. You know what I'm saying? The insurance company got money on Angie Stone in her death, and they weren't going to pay her while she was alive. That money belongs to her children. They're going to shut her children up.
Well, let's go through another one. Watch this.
Second part of the ugly truth. We begin to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. You know, that's why, I respect Oprah Winfrey in that respect when she said, do your own research on the celebrity. That I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do for my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much, which is why I did shows.
I don't know if you're going to talk about one of the things that she said as it relates to her diesel crew. Did you ever?
I got
get
that.
any of that?
I got that.
Okay. I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this woman worked her ass off. She was what, 173 years old? No shade. I love Angie.
3. But the thing about it is, she said, I didn't know. And you got to understand, just because people are artists, or just because they're famous, or just because even they're rich, it doesn't mean they know. If I'm looking at the background of her house, it looks like she's in an average house. I don't see anything that's super fancy. It doesn't look like she had a whole lot of money.
Honey, you saw when she turned the camera around by mistake, and you saw the curtains.
I didn't see the curtains. I didn't see that.
Yeah, go back and look at the curtains.
Oh Lord, see, leave it up to you. You
pay attention to all the things that no
pay attention to. But
then
and then D'Angelo asked, he wasn't taking care of his kids. I mean, what's really going on? Yeah, but you got to think about that. Okay, so she says, I didn't really know. And then she said they were
after
stealing.
40-something years in the business. I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to. People that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time. Because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. That part. The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and agents, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there that they're in the driver's seat for, they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of. And even though they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of taking care of me. And I know because I've seen it with my own eyes.
No, that Angie Stone has been in the business since she was in her late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, because she actually wrote some stuff on the Sugar Hill Gang's album. She didn't get credit for it.
But what people don't understand also, you see how she said, I didn't know. They were supposed to protect me. 9 times out of 10, especially because she started out so early, they put her team together for her. Okay. And so that team that she has that's working so hard on her behalf is really working hard to make sure that the industry is being protected, not her.
And 2 months later, she's dead after she reveals this. This secret reveal that she said was getting ready to come out that never came out, that I think that they forgot to scrub from her YouTube page. This secret reveal that said that UMG was stealing millions. She said, by this time, I shouldn't be working. She said, I should be retired. I should be enjoying my grandkids. But here I am having to hustle and grind. The night before she died, my cousin said she's seen her a few months ago. She's sitting down because she can't even stand up because she's so weak and she's so ill because these motherfuckers been stealing from her. And 2 months later, Angie Stone is dead. Is this a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. They've been stealing. But let's
after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much.
We already seen that one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There was another one.
But wait, there's more.
After 40, I had to remember how dope I was back in the day when we did Black Diamond, when we did Mahogany. So I'm going back to that Angie, because that was the one that told it like it was. And so now I see I'm posturing in a position where I got to tell it like it is. And that's why I'm telling on Universal and all the people that y'all work with me. Y'all know who you are. You've been spotted. You've been seen. Your worth is useless to me now because I've seen the data. That's all I'm going to say. And I hope to God you enjoyed spending every dime you took, because you're going to give it back one of these days.
And sadly, I don't think that's going to happen.
And 2 months later, she ends up dead. And so it begs you to wonder. Now, you look at all of these other artists who have been complaining about their royalties, who talked about the music industry being the devil. Michael Jackson said Tommy Mottola was the devil. He had horns. He said something about the J word. What do you say about Jews? He ends up dead. Whitney Houston. Some say Clive Davis. I don't know. I'll Be Sure said something about Diddy's involvement in Kim Porter's death. And look at how he wound up. And he said it was only, now this man got a cane, but he said it's only through the grace of God that he made it.
Lord Jesus, I forget his name, but I feel like the reason that Diddy is not that Diddy is now in the hot seat. Oh my gosh, he's the black the black Tommy Mottola. What is that, guys? I'm gonna figure out his name and I'm gonna bring it up. But as soon as he passed away, all of a sudden, Diddy is on the hot seat or in the hot seat. Mm-hmm. Oh, now it's gonna bother me. But his wife passed away first, and he passed away, and it's like as soon as he passed away, everybody.
Oh, you talking about Uptown? You talking about was that L.A. Reid?
No. I'm gonna figure it out, and then I will let you know. But no, it's unfortunate. No, I don't think her family is gonna get the money. You look at Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina passing away. I feel like she knew a lot of what was going on. In fact, I think they were just talking about Bobby Brown saying that she knew way too much. And yes, Clarence Avant. Yes, thank you. This man was like everybody's protector, and he was everybody's handler. And he was like, listen, as long as I'm here, you're good. But as soon as he's gone, shit is hitting the fan. But Bobby Brown's going through the same thing, and he he's not going to get any of the money that he should be getting for Bobby Christina. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so unfortunate that all of this stuff is happening, but now you're going to have so many people being so quiet because they're afraid.
Yeah, I mean, what's the real lesson for us?
Don't sign a contract. Man, people have asked me to, why aren't you signed yet? Because I like my life, man. Like, these people can't go anywhere. They can't take a shit without somebody being up their ass. And then you have somebody who's constantly telling them what they can do, when they can do it, and how they can do it. You don't have a life. You listen to Angie Stone. She's like, all I want to do is spend time with my grandchildren. And she's in her early hundreds. And she's not able to do that. That's not fair.
Did you say Angie Stone was in her early hundreds and she couldn't retire?
I'm just saying.
So April is an artist as well. And everybody always asks, like, why isn't April famous? Because she's so dope.
Please don't show that video. I will give you another video to show. Please.
Stand more than that, man. Can we take a moment just to honor? He got the world up on his shoulder. He looking better when he's older. Strongest thing that ever walked the planet. So lift him up and give his hands a credit. He got the world around his shoulder. I am a queen from beginning to end. I don't need you to lose for me to win. I'm the thing to tell yourself. I'm good for your health. I'm good for your world. I'm the thing to tell yourself. I'm your mother. I'm your sister. I'm your auntie. I'm your daughter. I am beauty. Show not ugly. Follow me. I'll take you further. Understand God loves you. If you are worried about where I've been who I saw, what club I went to with my homies. If you are worried about where I've been who I saw, what club I went to with my homies. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna skip it. 3 in the morning, the pancake house. 4 in the morning, he'll be rolling through my house. 5 in the morning, the lights go out. 6 in the morning, you can hear him start to shout. 7 in the morning, hear me. 8 in the morning, talking about the fun we had. 9 in the morning, and he just getting home, talking about in this place. Surprise the free. I think boys getting busy. The way she shook that booty sure look good to me. I think I'm in big girl, but you heard my word. She was, hey, hush that fuss. Everybody move to the bus, Do we wanna bump and trump with us? Hey, hush that fuss. Everybody move to the bus, Do you wanna bump and
Hey, April be so hot. April in real life, she be mad at me. In real life, she be mad at me. She's like, I'll give you another one. No. And she's like, she texts me, are you really gonna play the whole thing? Because it's so dope. And April is so talented. You see how she just weaves all those songs in together like that. The first time I saw her, I was like, oh my God. April, the podcast that I was telling you all about that Angie Stone was going to be on, April was actually, that's how I met her. She was on the podcast. She's a DMV, she's a DC artist, a DC legend. If you didn't know that, April Sampe, we are sitting here with a DC legend. And, but I wanted to have this conversation. Number one, she's my good girlfriend. But number two, she has insight on the music industry. And she's told me horror stories about her experiences. And so when, every time people see her, just like you're like, yo, she's dope. Like, why aren't you signed, April?
I've seen what signed looks like, and I've had experiences. The funny thing is, I've had a lot of opportunities back in the day. And I'm grateful for how everything turned out because I often think of the rooms that I've been in and the things that I've seen, who I would be now, right? Because I know it's very easy to be on drugs. Like it's very easy because your life is not yours. You're always on the road. You don't have family. You don't know who you can trust. And you listen to her and she's like, these people were supposed to protect me. Oh, no. That's their job to protect me. They're not protecting you, boo-boo. They're protecting the people who are really paying them. So you think you're paying them, but you're not. The reason those people are living the way that they're living is not because of the little bit of money that you're paying them. If you look at her curtains, and listen, let me make this very clear. I love me some Angie Stone. I even shed a little tear when she passed away because I'm like, she's a dope individual. And with everything that she has done, like, I don't know all her songs, but you can feel her energy through everything that she does.
I love Angie.
Right? I mean, she's just an amazing human. But when you look at those curtains, no shade, but you realize like she's not living the way that I bet you her attorney's living. She ain't living the way her attorney's living. I mean, she ain't living the way her booking agent is living. All of these other people are living in ways that she can't even imagine. And she's like, can you just run me my money so I can live my life in a regular way? Like, no. And that's what
you told me. Yeah,
so
that's the scary thing about
and that's why. Like, I've had so many opportunities and and some that I actually went looking for. And I promise you on God that God made it so that it did not happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been in the rooms. I've had opportunities and praise God, they didn't. The majority of them either fell through or I said no.
Look at what Stone Paxton said. I was part of Angie's Diesel team before she passed away. We were helping her find all the songs that were taken from her, and the list of songs were long. That's about all I can say for now.
Oh well,
So wait. So do you pick up what we putting down? Are you picking up what we putting down? Stone Paxton Music and Life Vlog. Are you picking up what we putting down? Are we on the right track with what it is that we're saying?
He can't say anything.
I'm just saying, is you picking up what we putting down?
Shout out to Jamie Foxx for his new live comedy. What had happened was, and that's my story. He and I were born a day apart. So just like Jamie Foxx, I'm here to tell you what had happened was. Okay? Shout out to Jamie and his family for just standing in the gap for him. I'm not the only one, and neither is he.
Let's see. Did I do that one? Wait, I just want to make sure. Did we do the one where we mentioned her diesel team?
No, but I just wanted to point out that she said something about her diesel crew, and it just so happened that it was that she was involved on a bus that just so happened to be diesel, and a diesel truck hit her. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Well. So he said, all I will say is you guys are speaking the truth in the room, like speaking the truth room. We need to have a nice heartfelt conversation behind the scenes. She's a beautiful individual. It's so unfortunate for a person like her to be as beautiful, as strong, and as dedicated to her fans, because that's another thing. She was definitely doing it for the money. But if you think about it, she's doing it for her fans too. And she never sat down. She never had a moment. It's just so unfortunate. So Constance, when it comes to your life in the entertainment world, like I remember you doing conversation starters, right? When you were doing conversation starters, you had a lot of people that kind of said things that maybe they should not have said, but they said some things about their experiences in the music world. And you have a lot of friends who are in the music industry. What have you heard, or what?
I haven't heard. I haven't heard anything recently because I haven't really talked to anybody. However, I will say, like, inside those like conversation starters and just being friends with a lot of people, like Warren G. That's the homie, right? he's trying to get his master's. He's been trying to get his master's for years. He's basically said, I saved Def Jam from bankruptcy. And, they won't give me my master's, and I just want my master's. I just want to be able to feed my family. And so what ended up happening, and the reason why people were so willing to come on our podcast at that time was because, once the touring dried up, like for Angie Stone, she's not getting her royalties. Warren G didn't get his royalties. So they have to go on tour. Sick, well, whatever. They have to go out there, and that's how they're making their money. There's nothing else. I talk to Warren often about other ways to build wealth, because we're always talking, and I'm always advising him on, okay, let's look at this, let's do this, let's do that. Because the music industry, all those millions of dollars, this man brought Def Jam out of the brink of bankruptcy, and yet he's still working, and yet he's still touring, and it's that way. Yeah, it's very common. But this has been going on since the beginning of the music industry. They were ripping black people off for centuries. You think about all the early artists, they've been getting ripped off for centuries. So, that's the thing that is very common. And that's the reason why it's so important that they have the knowledge. And you would think in 2025, you really would think in 2025, they would know better. Like they've seen this happen 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and that they would know.
Well, but Constance, okay, so I want you to stop and think about it. So no, how would they know, right? Number one, where do they get the average entertainer? The average entertainer is not coming from big money, right? Number two, it's designed to keep you broke. It's designed to keep you constantly spending, because you got to keep up with the Joneses. You have the one person that I can think about, this has nothing to do with anybody, but Candy Burris. If anybody watches Housewives, this woman is always penny pinching and talking about, I wouldn't spend that kind of money. But yet she's probably the highest paid. She was one of the highest paid housewives on the show, because she's penny pinching. And she's like, I got all these people that I got to take care of and pay for. So I'm going to make sure that I take control of my own money. But they get people from poverty, and they say, you want this? You want this $1 million? What is $1 million when your house costs $5 million? What is $1 million? You'll always be in debt. And that is the way they want to keep you. Mm-hmm. So, Candy's a hard worker too. Yeah, she's a hard worker. And she's like, listen, I'm gonna use this as a platform for me to start every single business I can.
And she's smart. She's a smart one too.
Now she don't need the show.
Someone asked, what are some ways you told Warren G to make money? So Warren G and I talked about real estate, but Warren, and I helped him with his living trust and all that stuff. I actually have a ebook, helping you to create your living trust. So I helped him with that. But Warren G has this. I wish I was in my kitchen. He sent me a bunch of his seasonings. He has a seasoning called Sniffin' Griffin. If you don't know, go to his website. I'm gonna tell him I shouted him out. He has a seasoning called Sniffin' Griffin, and I'm like, let's focus on that. Let's focus on getting these seasonings out on the shelves. Let's get, you got the celebrity, you have the influence, you have the followers, you have friends, you have all these things. You have all these assets as a celebrity that you could actually use. So we're gonna help you. I'm gonna help him with his real estate part, but let's work on this. That's what I told him. Let's do this first. Then once we do this, then I'm gonna help you with the real estate piece. But Warren, I really want you to focus on this. That's what I told him. I really want you to focus on getting these seasonings on the shelf, because you got a great product. Your branding is great. You have all the elements to have a very, very successful product. And I want to make sure that you get that out. So that was what I told him. And then we're going to work on his real estate. Like, we're going to work on some real estate investments, but I want him to get his seasonings to where it's like everybody knows, just like they know Lowry's seasoning salt, they know Warren G's Sniffin' Griffin. That's what I told him. Yeah. I want to go to, I was told from the back that we have to go to a commercial. So really quick, I want to make sure that you know why we come here live every day is because I always want to make sure that we teach you different ways so that you can build wealth, so that you won't be in this position to where you leave your children broke, destitute, and like looking for your money. You always got to, your kids need to know where your money is. So watch this. Have you joined the Grow Your Money Club yet? If not, why not? The Grow Your Money Club is a comprehensive program designed to take you through the complete wealth building journey. We don't just offer random courses, we guide you along a clear path, starting with fixing your credit and becoming a certified credit expert, to building your business, increasing your cash flow, diversifying your portfolio, and ultimately letting your money work for you. With over 30 trainings designed to increase your net worth, you get to either purchase the trainings individually or go through the 12-month roadmap. Here are just a few of the courses. From campus to cash flows. This is teaching your children to become real estate investors. The Wealth Map training shows you how to eliminate your debt, increase your credit, and diversify your revenue. You can learn to write your book using ChatGPT. Learn how to build your online community. What about 8 ways to make money using AI? Oh, and here's 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dream. How about learning how to purchase tax deeds or land banks? What about getting started in government contracting? If you're a rookie, the Real Estate for Rookies training has everything you need. The Business Blueprint training will help you build your business foundation, get business credit, get business funding, and learn how to pay yourself so that you can scale your business to the next level. Or perhaps you want to create jaw-dropping video content using CapCut, Midjourney, and ChatGPT. There are so many trainings and master classes within the Grow Your Money Club, and I also drop 1 new training per month. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity to invest in yourself, because guess what? You are your biggest commodity. You are your biggest investment. Join the Grow Your Money Club today. Yes, April.
Oh,
You
hi.
know
I'm
about-
sorry.
Huh?
I think that these are all great additions to the Grow Your Money Club. So it's like, once you join the Grow Your Money Club, you should definitely read up on ways that you can grow your money and not blow your money.
Doesn't she just do such a great commercial for me? But you know, the point is, you're so crazy. I don't like you. The real thing though, y'all, is we have to get ourselves financially astute, because you don't want anything like this happening to you. We have to get to a place where we understand that we have to take care of our own business. We can't depend on anybody. I think Oprah said first, she said if it was over $10,000, she writing a check. Then I think if it's over like $100,000 or something like that, she's writing a check. But it gives the people checks and balances, and it makes sure that other people are not going to take advantage of you. This happens on all different levels, y'all. It's not just the famous people who are in the industry. It's people who are walking around with bad credit because they don't know how to really handle their bills. I remember there was one lady who told me, she said, Constance, I looked at her credit, and her credit score was low, but I was like, why the hell is your credit score so low? Because I'm looking at all these, she had like these $200 credit cards, her payments was like $25. And I'm like, well, and I ran a simulator, and had she not been late and overextended on these credit cards, her score would have been like 300 points more. Her score wasn't a 400, it would have been 700, right? And I was like, girl, these are $25 payments. Why aren't you paying these on time? She said, I didn't know I was supposed to pay them on time. I just thought I paid them whatever. This is a grown ass woman. This is what she told me, word for word. I was just out here living my best life. I had no idea.
But that's the direction society is taking us. Let's just be real. So
it's some basic stuff that people just don't know. It's some basic stuff that they don't know. And it's really sad.
How would they know? See, again, and that's kind of my point. The record companies will take people from absolute poverty. They will say, okay, this is how you are supposed to live. And they will get the everyday average person who their focus is, I just want to live my best life. Mm-hmm. And so they're trying so hard to live like what they think Angie Stone is living like, or what they think that somebody else is living like. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, they never, ever, ever get to that point.
Right.
It's unfortunate. So it's just a cycle. Nobody ever learns. Nobody learns how to manage money. Nobody learns anything as it relates to money. And so that's one of the reasons why having you do things like this is such a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
I'm sure.
No, for real. And I do it because I love us. I love Black people. I love everybody, right? Everybody could go into the Grow Your Money Club, but specifically I love Black people. And I think that, because there is this wide wealth gap, we didn't get here by ourselves. We didn't get here on our own, but there is certain things that we can do to make sure that we get ahead of the curve, because we started life with a deficit. It's just the reality. We've started life, when you have a race, a starting point on a race, and everybody's right here, we are way back here on the other half of that starting line. And so we have to get caught up. And so, you know, they've had a 400-year advancement. And that's why it's so important that we're so proactive. I understand her case because she's like, I've been out on the road. I've been working. I've been taking care of my business. D'Angelo ain't paying child support. Diamond's daddy ain't paying child support. Like, I have to go out there. I have to work. I come home, pay my bills. I wasn't thinking about everything else. But you have to be intentional. You have to take some time to say, this is important. My legacy is important.
I'm just going to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get.
So when the brother said,
Mr.
I will say you guys are speaking the truth in the room. This brother said he was part of Angie's diesel team before she passed away. We were helping her find all the songs that were taken from her, and the list of songs were long. That's all I can say for now. This man was part of the diesel crew.
But I think that they did a play on words, like they looked at how I'm sorry, but that's, if you notice, that's how it always happens. There's always something.
I didn't even think about the diesel, like her being killed by the diesel, and she had a diesel.
Yeah. It's because it's the same thing as it relates to Whitney Houston and her daughter dying. How her daughter died exactly the same way as her mom. Like, really?
That was just creepy. That was crazy.
Right. But I'm just saying that, like, oftentimes.
So it's like symbolism? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. That's why, one of the reasons why, if you go back to Prince was like, all right, no problem. My name's going to be a symbol. If that's how y'all want to move in symbolism, I'll show you symbolism. And if you're a true conspiracy theorist, as I am, you know that symbolism is really a big deal in as it relates to the higher ups.
That's interesting. But there was something that I thought she said that was interesting about Jamie Foxx.
That he's not the only one.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx for his new live comedy. What had happened was, and that's my story, he and I were born a day apart. So just like Jamie Foxx, I'm here to tell you what had happened was. Okay? Shout out to Jamie and his family for just standing in the gap for him. I'm not the only one, and neither is he.
So what happened to Jamie Foxx?
No one knows. But I do know that one day, this was the ironic piece of it. One day he had a tattoo in his head. If you notice, the back of his head had a big tattoo. And then another time, right after he, quote unquote, came back and everything was great and he was all vibrant and whatnot, he didn't have his tattoo. So maybe he went to the hospital to have the tattoo removed.
What does that mean?
That means that something happened to Jamie Foxx, and I don't think
is he a clone?
That we know of is the Jamie Foxx that.
So you're one of the ones that believe that's a clone.
Not necessarily a clone, but I think that, like, while during the time that they were trying to get Jamie Foxx to, like, not speak, that there was somebody standing in for Jamie Foxx. I can't say that that's the case today, but that's just my belief. What do I know? Absolutely nothing, honey.
On his show, on his comedy special, they said Diddy did it. And he said, did he? I don't know, did he? Well, maybe Diddy did this.
Diddy definitely did that.
And
I think, Porter. Why is nobody talking about Kim Porter?
Yeah, that psychic Sloan Bella, she talks about his involvement in that murder. But you do wonder, and it's like he's taking a page. Diddy took the page out of these white people's books, who's been doing this for years to Black artists. You know,
and Clarence Avant is one of those people who originally started it. Like, if you look up a lot of the things that he has done and a lot of ways that he protected people, he's like, all right, these are the people that I have to protect. These people, this is my job, and they can do whatever they want to because money is going to always be flowing in my pocket as long as I protect these people.
When I saw I would just encourage you. I just took bits and pieces from her live that was supposed to be exclusive, but we had never went exclusive. This was never that exclusive. So for those of you who are just watching, go back and watch this. But first she had a bacterial infection. That's not unfamiliar.
I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out I had what was a bacterial blood infection, caused a staph infection of the blood. They rushed me into ICU. I went into ICU and I went to use the restroom and I passed out. And they brought me to is when they told me I was lucky to be alive. Sorry. I knew it was.
Now, this was 2 months ago. This was literally 2 months ago. This was 2 months ago. Okay, so first she has a bacterial infection. Then she reveals.
After 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And
aren't the blogs reporting this? Why? Then she
I
said,
had to remember how dope I was back in the day when we did Black Diamond, when we did Mahogany. So I'm going back to that, Angie, because that was the one that told it like it was. And so now I see I'm posturing in a position where I got to tell it like it is. And that's why I'm telling on Universal and all the people that y'all work with me. Y'all know who you are. You've been spotted. You've been seen. Your worth is useless to me now because I've seen the data. That's all I'm going to say.
2 months later. 2 months later, she did. And then
I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get
all of that. Okay, so y'all, it's really real out here. And 2 months later after this video, after this live video that was supposed to be exclusive, that never was exclusive, she called out UMG, Universal Music Group. She said they've been stealing from her for years, that she should be retired by now. And you wonder, why isn't this on front page media? Why isn't the media reporting this? Why haven't they said anything about this?
I was asking you, why do you think?
Because UMG money makes the world go around. I don't know.
I'm just saying. So, I mean, let's just be real here. If you did something yourself and you know good and well you're very wrong, and you're like, I'm going to have to pay this money back, or I could just eliminate this issue. You're going to eliminate the issue. You know what I mean? If you're a corrupt individual, you're going to eliminate the issue. It's like,
and they have enough money to do it.
But it's not even that. It's not even they have enough money to do it. They have insurance on her. Every artist has additional life insurance on them. So, and that's going to go back to the company.
So she said, Peace in the World said, no offense to her, but in 2025, she just now voicing that she will just now want her money. What she said is she just now found out.
Yeah.
She just now found out. And again, that's why financial literacy is so important, Black people. We have to get our financial affairs in order. That is the reason why I do what I do with the Grow Your Money Club, with Net 7 Collective, where we have Black women from all over the country that come together, that we pour into each other, that we share, that we grow, that we learn. We are really collective economics in action. That's what we said last night. We had a meeting last night, and April is a part of the Net 7 Collective. And I think that's one of the things. that we said is that this is collective economics in action. So if you think that you can't do anything singularly, because we always talk about what Black folks ain't and what we can't. You know what? I come up with the best bars, don't I? We talk about what Black folks ain't, and that's what I mean. I do. April thinks she's an artist. No, I'm an artist. I mean, just drop the mic. But there are always these things that we say that Black folks ain't and Black folks can't, and we've adopted them saying that. We've had the most brutal experiences in this country since the inception, and yet we are somehow the villains. Somehow we are the monsters, and we've been the victims of these attacks, but somehow we're the monsters. And then we've adopted, because he who wins the battle, he who is in charge writes the history, right? So the narrative that's put out there is we are the worst, and we're the monsters, and we kill each other. But they throw rocks and they hide their hands. That's what's been happening. But what I'm telling you here today, Black people, is that we all do get along. We can get along. Is that we do practice collective economics, that we do work together, that we are building together, that all of that stuff is happening. So you just have to take the initiative to do it for the people that you care about. Do it for you first. Learn. Go to the growyourmoneyclub.com. And if you're on, they still ain't fixed the mobile site, but if you're on a desktop, go to growyourmoney.com, growyourmoney.club. Sign up for this financial literacy because you need it. In this club, I have over 30 trainings that are there to help you get through whatever, all different types of things. We're talking about your business. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about investing. Tomorrow, I'm having a training on stock. So here's the thing. A lot of people are like, I don't want to invest in stock. Oh, I don't know how to invest in stock because I don't know how to use the platform. Robin is an extremely easy platform to use. My son took my $7,000 portfolio back in 21 and made $40,000 in like 3 months on Robinhood. Robinhood is extremely easy. So I'm doing a training tomorrow to show you how to use Robinhood. It's an interest for people who don't know anything about how to start investing. This is for beginners. I'm doing this. This is free. So go to ConstanceTeachesRobinhood.com. Sign up for this. I'm doing this for absolutely free. You ain't got to pay me no money to do this. I'm doing this because I love you and I want to see you win. So go to Constance, and only people who are going to be able to be on this training are the people who register for it. So the only way you're going to get the link is if you register for it. And it's tomorrow at the same time. So I do this podcast at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific every single day. So if you want to be a part of this training, this free training, I ain't asking for nothing. I ain't selling nothing. This is me. This is my gift to you. Go to ConstanceTeachesRobinhood.com. And I'm going to help you, show you so that you can start investing, because we got to get ahead. We are nothing that they say we are. We are everything that we have been. We are, for everything that we've gone through, April, we have made great strides as Black folks. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're going to just continue to move the needle forward.
I guess that's my biggest thing. I always want to focus on that part, meaning, yes, we do have to. You and I always talk about it. I'm like, so many people live in their trauma. They live there. Their house is there. They build a house around their trauma. And they're like, this is where I go every night. This is where I wake up every morning. This is where I eat my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, in this trauma. And I'm like, listen, if you want to grow, you have to stop living in your trauma and learn from your trauma. Visit it if you have to. But make sure that your focus is how to get out of said trauma. And so I do like the fact that you're teaching people how to get out, teaching people how to grow, and teaching people how to build their own. I want to also talk about a thing that you said earlier where you were talking about the attorneys, and we as Black people need to get, make sure that we're hiring the right people or keeping the right people around us, right? And I would say that it's so easy to be an attorney who is just trying to get money however they can get money. We need to have more honest people in our lives, and we need to figure out people who we can trust, right? And so if you look at other communities, they actually have like an attorney that focuses on their community. They have, and I'll say this with Net 7, the beauty of it is that we have just about every single position that anyone can have. Well, we have our attorneys, we have our doctors, we have our electricians, y'all. Like
we got 2 electricians in there.
Like we have our chefs. We have any and everything that you would need in our community.
Singers.
Real
estate agents.
We got real estate agents, honey. But it's like anything that you need, we have. And so I feel that I can trust that. Let's just say I want to sign something. I want to sign a contract with someone. I can then go to my attorney friend. Okay. Inside of Net 7 and say, can you please look at this? Yes, I'm going to be charged a fee. Please don't get it twisted. It's not saying that these people are going to do anything free. Okay. Right. Everybody needs to get their coinage.
100%.
But it's the fact that I know that I can trust these people to not try to get an extra coin on the back end of somebody trying to do me wrong. Right. So I think that is a beautiful thing. And then somebody said something. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is a prime example. Living My Life said Wendy Williams is a prime example. And I will say 273% that she is a prime example. And I think that Wendy Williams knows the game so much. This is just me talking. I could be wrong, but I'm right. Wendy Williams knows the game so well, right? That she's saying, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play my role. I'm going to act however I need to act. I'm going to lay as low as I need to lay.
You think she's acting crazy? I mean, not crazy, but
I don't think that she's acting crazy. I think that if you actually listen to her, she's like, people are doing me wrong. But if you notice, all of the people who are quote unquote crazy are able to say everything that they're going through, i.e. Jaguar Wright, i.e. what is his name? What's his name now?
From every That's So Raven.
Yes, him. All of them are able to say everything that they are saying, as long as they have like an underline. I have Orlando something magic. Boom. Orlando. That's not the last name, but it's Orlando Brown. That's what I said. Isn't that what I said? No.
Anyway. Jahari told me back in the back, so I didn't know.
So yes, like as long as they say like something that's a little off, then they're never wrong. They never get sued. How come? Why is it that none of these people have ever been sued? Y'all answer that question for me. I need y'all to put that in the chat. Tell me why none of them have ever been arrested. None of them have ever been sued. No money has ever been taken out of their pockets.
You know, when I was watching the video, I said out loud as I was looking at my phone, I said, I'm so sorry, Angie. I felt terrible. I felt so terrible for her that she had to experience this. You know, number one, she spoke up. She's finding out things about what's going on with her money, millions and millions and millions of dollars. And now you got to think about it. I saw an interview where she wrote stuff for the Sugar Hill Gang. She never got credit. She never got royalty. She never got anything. Okay. So she wrote songs, jam, jam, Jimmy, Jimmy, jam, jam, Jimmy, Jimmy, jam, jam, Jamo. She wrote several songs for the Sugar Hill Gang. And then she had, she was in other groups. She was in Vertical Hold. Then she's an artist. Now she's killing, right? So she's on soundtracks.
Bruno Mars took one of her songs.
Yeah. She got no, when all the samples that people have done from her, they did not do the proper paperwork. Nobody did the clearance, none of that. And so here she is, out here having to work, sick. Like I said, my cousin saw her a few months ago. She's doing the concert sitting down. So she barely can stand up there and do a concert, and she's up there entertaining y'all, right? Because they've taken her money and they've taken advantage of her. I'm so sorry, Angie Stone. And then all of a sudden, suddenly she dies by a diesel after getting her diesel crew, which I didn't really understand until you said it, on accident. And the first thing that my good dear friend April Sampay said, I think it was a text message you may have sent me. And I was like, girl, you always thinking about conspiracy. You was like, she's the only one that died. You just said there was 9 people in the car. And I said, well, what about Lisa Left Eye Lopez? He was like, her too. The only one who died.
Nobody ever pays attention to it and it's only because of the media. Somebody also said in the chat that we're talking about TMZ. And who is paying TMZ
to not?
TMZ will only talk about what TMZ is getting paid to talk about. Okay, Just in general. It's not how are they involved? They're not involved. It's just the fact that they are who are they getting paid by? Okay? Who is getting information to them? Why don't we pay attention to where this information is coming from and how are they getting this information? They
Piece of
get
the world said
information.
TMZ and other outlets are owned by the same people that owe her money.
Yes, but also how is it that if you look at who's passing away and the times that they're passing away, how is it TMZ has this information half the time before they actually pass away? I'm just asking for a friend. Did I say that out loud? I was just playing, y'all. I was joking.
So when you're looking at things, you got to look at it from a whole different eye. Things aren't always what they appear.
Mm-mm.
Things aren't always what they seem. And then you do have media outlets like TMZ who always have the breaking news first, but nobody said anything about this video that, oh, by the way, only got like 50,000 views.
Why? Why did it only get 50,000 views? 9 times out of 10, in the bloggers, that would have gone out to all of the bloggers within the first 5 while she was talking. And within an hour after she finished going live, all of the bloggers would have talked about it. No bloggers talked about it. It wasn't important.
I'm so sorry, Angie Stone. I'm so sorry.
My question is though, who's next? And I don't mean to say it like that, but who needs to be protected right now? Right? We need to start paying attention to who's talking and who's trying to say something. I think the biggest problem is that we don't pay attention to who's saying something. So we always talk about, and I talk about this often, protect our soft friends, protect our fragile friends, right? But the ones who are actually speaking up, Taraji, the ones who are actually speaking up and who need protection, we're like, oh, they're strong. You look at Angie Stone, you're like, she's strong, she got it. She's out millions of dollars. Nobody's protecting her. If we want to talk about what we're supposed to be doing, we're supposed to be protecting people. We're supposed to be protecting people. And we don't. We don't protect our people.
I feel so bad. I do. I really feel bad when I again, I don't understand why this is not out in the mainstream media. Why more people aren't talking about this bacterial infection. Now UMG owes her millions and millions of dollars, and then she ends up dead. 2 months later, you have to question what's really going on, what's really happening. And I just feel bad. I feel terrible for her children and her grandchildren. Obviously, her grandbaby was in there trying, interrupting her while she was on the live. That was real cute. But I just, a fool said Kanye. Mm-hmm. He's one of those. Yeah.
But I'll disagree when it comes to Kanye. I'll disagree because again, we look at who does what. Kanye is in the same category as your
Diddy.
Who?
As
Did you say Diddy?
I don't know. Did you say I disagree?
As your Orlando and your
because he's crazy.
Right. Yeah. So I think Kanye West is fine. I would say you're Taraji P. Henson. Because if you think about how bad they did her, now that I think about it, how bad did they do her when she was when she was saying, I'm frustrated based on how y'all handled me with this movie. And now I don't even remember what movie it was.
Taraji?
With Oprah Winfrey. Yeah.
Oh, Color Purple.
With Color Purple.
Mm-hmm.
And how bad did they do her? Like they were dragging her through the mud. Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, this might actually be a problem. They're looking at her like she's the problem. She ain't never been a problem for nobody.
Mm-hmm. Whew, super sad. Yeah, no. So I just wanted to leave you with that just because, and then, share this with your people, because I think this is something that people really need to know. Angie Stone said, I have a breaking news. I have breaking news to share with you. And my the secret reveal my team is going to put out, and they never put it out. And then she ends up dead. And the breaking news is I had sepsis of the blood. I had a bacterial infection, which, oh, by the way, Albie Shore had when he revealed or when he alluded to Diddy murdering Kim Porter. She has the same.
How did Kim Porter die again?
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia. Okay.
Pneumonia.
Wayne, you said why?
And
Why shouldn't we
help me?
Sorry, baby. You said what now?
Huh?
No, I was asking Wayne
No, you
why
said
he said don't
Andy Morgan.
dismiss. But you were telling me about Kim Porter.
Oh, he said don't dismiss Kanye as being a target. I don't know what
And
the
I'm saying why? Why do you say that? Like put it in the chat. Let me hear you say. Let me read why you say that.
And Afua said they will speak until they get. They will let him speak until they get bored, and then they're like off with his head.
But see, I don't think that. I don't think that. I think that they'll then, instead of them saying off with his head, they'll say, all right, now it's time to really push it as him being extremely crazy. I think that that's what they did as it related to Wendy Williams. I think that they were giving her drugs. I'm not saying that out loud. Did I say that?
No, you're not saying that out loud.
What happened?
You haven't said that out loud.
Did
No.
I? No.
No, you haven't said it out loud. So this is definitely one to chew on. And so you guys share this with your audience and let people know what's really going on. Because again, on the surface, oh, it's so sad. Angie Stone died. She had a car accident and she died. That's so sad. Yeah, that was really sad. But when you think about what led up to this car accident, then things don't really add up to a car accident or to an accidental death. And anybody, and I'm sure there's so many more people who are in the same position as Angie Stone that are probably afraid to speak up. You know, they probably use her as an example to keep other people quiet. Because when you got millions, somebody said, Robert said he hung out with billionaires. He said, I ran with white billionaires. He had judges and police in his back pocket. People popped up dead. Nothing happened to him or his family. When you have money like that. Robert Wayne said you didn't say that out loud.
That's why I like Wayne.
Rico
Wayne
said, follow the money to find out who is they, them, the power structure. I don't want to.
Actually,
I'm just giving y'all food for thought.
I'm gonna say this, Rico. I don't necessarily. So I'm a strong believer in following the money, right? But I will also say once the money gets extremely big, like on levels that we can't fathom, then it starts getting so murky that we can't follow. You know, it gets to a point where we can't follow it, and people are easily paid who you would never expect because they need to take care of their family or whatever the situation is. Yeah, I believe in following the money. I think that that's very necessary, but I don't think that you're going to get the exact answers that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Amen. I agree. Jeanette said, evidently, it's someone that these various artists trust that could be slowly poisoning them until it shows up in their blood.
Agreed. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sitting here looking at, like, you know, when she said the Diesel Crew, the fact is that one of her Diesel Crew members was on here. So they're saying that they were looking out, and I appreciate that. But was there like a shadow Diesel Crew? You know what I mean? That was doing exactly the same thing.
You think about COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO was set up by J. Edgar Hoover with the FBI. And so every time, you know, J. Edgar Hoover said the biggest threat to America was Negro unity. Mm-hmm. And every time, you know, Black people came together, they were afraid of, you know, the rise of the Black Messiah. So every time Black people came together and they unified, you know, they're scared of our unification. What COINTELPRO, what their target is to disrupt, destroy, and discredit. Disrupt, destroy, discredit. Those are the three things that they were designed to do within the Black Panther Party. They would put, so to your point, they would put people close to them that, you know, they would hire, you know, one of the brothers, and then they would make them, you know, internal spies. And their job was to sow seeds of division inside the organization. Disrupt, destroy, and discredit. And so you think about that when you said, is there a shadow Diesel Crew? Is there somebody that was even within her Diesel Crew or within her circle that may have, you know, gave her something until that went into her bloodstream? Now, Stone Paxton Music and Vlog said he was part of her Diesel team before she passed away. And they were helping her find all the songs that were taken from her. And the list of songs were long. And that's all he could say. And then I said, so are we on the right track? And what did he say? Let me find it. Where is it? Did I pass it up? He said, basically, he said, I will say you guys are speaking in the truth room. So if you think about that, people need to know and understand what really happened to Angie Stone. It's not as simple as a car accident, y'all.
But never is.
It never is. It's never as simple as what may appear on the surface. And we have to think about that. So, y'all just share this information out. A couple of people asked about the Grow Your Money Club. Somebody asked, is the Grow Your Money Club? A fool said, did somebody say Larry Fink? Wasn't me.
Ooh, somebody talk about rocks that are black.
But the Grow Your Money Club is not just for women at all. The Grow Your Money Club is for everybody. It's for white, black, Asian, whoever wants to take this training. It is for that. The Net 7 Collective is only for Black women. The reason why it's for Black women, you know why? Want to guess? Because I'm a Black woman. And my passion, and I was telling them that last night because we were talking about your brand. And I was saying, what you laughing at?
I'm an idiot.
Why?
Because you were like, because I'm a Black woman. I'm like, really? What was that?
But I was just saying how I'm so invested in these ladies' success. I really am. We didn't. Oh, Jahari always wants to make sure that I let you guys know that we have created authors inside the Net 7 Collective too. And so we have 18 authors in the book. This book is an inspiring collection of stories from the ladies of the Net 7 Collective who've overcome adversity, broken generational cycles, and built wealth while uplifting their communities. I am so proud to be a part of such a powerful group of women who truly live by the principle, iron sharpens iron.
When they say she get it from my mama, I'ma say you fucking right. Body rude as somebody, don't be in the home. Oh, sorry.
Hey, so her mama is in our group.
Is she? Let me tell you.
Yes.
Hold on, wait. Can I just put her business out there? Because one of the things that, as we relate to being people of color, we struggle very much with diabetes and things of that nature. And one of the things that she's working on is putting an end to it in the Black community.
Who is?
Her mama.
Who's mama? I put that on my own. Mama, the person who sings that, which is Victoria Monet, her mom is in.
It's not even that. It's that the fact that I didn't know if she wanted her that.
Well, she was on a podcast. She's okay with people.
Okay.
No. She's okay with it.
I'm like,
but I mean, you don't just tell it. Nobody know. I think probably the new people don't know that that's Victoria Monet's mama that are in the group. I don't believe the new cohort ladies know, but Victoria Monet's mom is in there, and she does she has a diabetes journal. She was actually on the podcast, and I don't know her site for her diabetes journal, but she's in there, and so I did, I put the song was like dedication to, the mommy Monet, which is who she is on Instagram. And then our book, and she's one of the co-authors in the book. But these are just some really dope and amazing women. So if you are or a Black woman, have them go to net7bbs.com. I'm showing them how to even do products from this. This is our next level, is being an author. It was so funny because April announced that she was doing her book. She's going to be releasing her book April 26th. And then at the end, one of the new ladies was like, so you mean to tell me our new book is
26?
I was like,
what? And it's so fun because everybody's like, who said that?
We got a new book coming out. But no, not yet. April is going to be releasing her book finally, April 26th, which I'm so excited. Last night she had a eureka moment with some of her businesses. So that's what it is. It's really helping these ladies develop succinct and be clear about what their business goals are, so that you can create an ecosystem that will generate revenue while you're sleeping. And that's what we do inside the Net 7 Collective. It's so dope. It's so amazing. And I love it. And that's for Black women. So if you are a Black woman or a Black woman, have them go to net7bbs.
Wait, I want to put something out there as it relates to that. There are some gentlemen, and I thought it was beautiful, that actually sent their wives. And I think that was amazing. They bought it for their wives to start to attend, and to see where those wives are today. You know what I mean? Like, it's such it for me, just as a person on the outside looking in, I get to experience these women on levels that I'm just like, wow. You started out saying, I have no idea what I want to do. i.e. Nessa. I'm gonna use Nessa as an example.
I had her shirt on yesterday, by the way.
This woman is just making big shit happen, right? Making big shit happen, but doesn't believe that she's killing the game, right? And then all of a sudden now she's speaking. She's on every single platform. She got t-shirts out. She read a book. Okay. She's teaching people how to turn junk into treasure. She is just killing the game. And it's so amazing. And I look at myself and I always feel bad. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I look at myself and I'm like, okay, well, what am I accomplishing? Right? Like I'm not doing enough. But it last night,
Motivator.
last night gave me more direction, and it let me know that there's so many people out there that need a service that I'm able to provide, right? But it takes me being a part of this wonderful group, and it also takes me being in the room. I say all that to say sometimes you don't know what you want to do. Sometimes you have absolutely no clue, but just being in the room can be a life-changing experience.
You don't know what you don't know sometimes, right? And you don't know what will work and what won't work. Dr. Deb last night, she said, she was just like, I was stuck. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no direction. When she started breaking down all the stuff she was doing, girl, she just did a photo shoot. Dr. Deb is 70 years old. Dr. Deb is 70 years old. She just finished a photo shoot, girl. Look at her Facebook page. She is doing podcasts. She has 3 speaking engagements. She done wrote 3 books since she's been in the net 7. She was like, I had no idea what she was ready to do. And then when I say, because I teach them how to articulate their business. And I said, okay, well, what are you doing? And when she just like that, I was like, stop that money.
Winning.
But that's what they learn, is they learn how to articulate the value of their business in a way that is clear, concise, and people can understand. And that's what we need. And so last night I was telling them how I still got the sheet. I was telling them how I was at an event with the sheet I showed last night.
Yes, please do that. Tell them. No, show them exactly what you did, because this is something that everybody needs to see. So, okay, you guys, sorry, we're not necessarily talking about Angie Stone at this point. Now we're talking about the beauty that is your business. This is very important.
So this is the difference between a business and a business. So I was at I used to go to this thing called Indivisible. And Indivisible was an elite business program that Kevin Johnson, he was a mayor of Sacramento. He used to coach. Oh no, he used to play for the Phoenix Suns, right? Kevin Johnson. Anyway, so we have the organization called Indivisible, where all these Black business owners come in, and so people were giving out information for their business. And so this one gentleman was passing out flyers for his business, but the way he was passing them out, he was ripping it in half, and he was giving out flyers for his business, and they look like this. And so I was telling them the difference between being a business and a business are 2 very different things. Now, as Black people, it is extremely important. And you can, like, if you go to my website, Catalyst Real Estate, you'll see like what Catalyst Real Estate look like. Like I took pride in making sure that the representation of the company was always top tier, because as Black people, unfortunately, we get docked off just by being Black. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then you have a woman. Okay. So that's another point taken, because I'm Black and I'm a woman. So people don't want to do business sometimes with us. Sometimes people don't want to come and work at our company. So I have to make sure that we operate in excellence at all times, mm-hmm. because for us, excellence is only good. Good is average. Average is mediocre or fair. And so as Black people, we can't be walking around giving flyers like this to our business, because that's the expectation. So we have to operate at the highest level possible.
You know,
so I'm teaching them how to run businesses. I'm teaching them how to run sustainable businesses.
So I'm going to point this out real quick as it relates to a business versus a business. I'm not going to necessarily talk about the business, business versus business. So this is my card, right? And people are like, why do you even need a card? Because on the back of my phone, I have, a tab. So I always have ways that I can be in constant communication. Let me tell y'all why I still hold these cards and I keep these cards. I'm going to put y'all on game. This is the funniest thing. These are business cards. They're not that serious. I am new to this particular area. And when I say new, I've now been here for 5 years, which for me, that's still considered new, right? And I have been considered a top performer in my brokerage. Now, 3 years in a row. We'll see in the next couple of days if I make it a 4th year, right? In the top 10. To me, that's a beautiful thing, especially being a new agent and new in the area. By the way, I'm a broker now. Sorry.
Congratulations.
Thank you kindly. But one of the reasons that I still carry cards and I hand these cards out is because they don't break. And they are made of plastic and they look really good. Thanks, Angela Washington. She's an amazing, amazing graphic designer. Now, why is this important that I still carry cards? Because I've walked over to people and said, hello, I'm your agent. Just want to congratulate you for working with me. And they're like, oh, wait, I already have your card. You gave it to me 2 years ago. I'm just ready to buy a house yet or sell a house. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't even remember you. They go in their wallets and pull out my card. This card is never going anywhere. The card looks good. The card feels good. And the card is never going to leave their wallets until they're ready to use it. And to this day, people randomly call me out of nowhere saying, I have your card in my wallet and I think I'm ready to sell my house. That's what I'm talking about. So sometimes we need to do things. Huh?
I said top tier service.
Yeah, sometimes we need to do things a little bit on the old in the old school realm.
Look at this.
Get an idea.
They were 1 week out from signing her paperwork for her residency in Las Vegas.
That's painful. She could have been home every day with her babies.
What do you think about DMX? I'm just thinking about that.
Oh, that's another one I forgot about, DMX. That's another one because DMX is talking about something.
I seen his wife on a podcast, on what's his name podcast, and she was saying how they were like almost billionaires. Like they would rent out whole hotel, like 5-star hotels for the weekend. Like he squandered a lot of money. But a good friend of mine, Bumpbox Rob, before he died, Bumpbox Rob. So Bumpbox, so I don't know if you know, Bumpbox, a big boombox. He used to be my tenant. He calls himself a mentee of mine, but man, making like $50 million. I'm his mentor at this point. But anyway, they were making doing a reality show with DMX before he died.
That's crazy. I wonder what he said during the taping. He had to have said something. Anybody know anything about DMX and what happened with DMX?
He had a heart attack, didn't he?
No. I mean, like, what happened? Why he would have been targeted? Because I remember something about DMX, but I don't remember. It was a while ago, and I'm sorry to say that he wasn't as high on my radar at the time. Mm-hmm. Meaning my metal hat wasn't as metal as I needed it to be. But yeah, as it relates to y'all's business, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any ladies that you know who could benefit from the Net 7 Collective, I would definitely recommend that you add her to it, buy it for her, let it be a birthday present, let it be a holiday.
Because it's not only going to change her life, it's going to change your life too.
And well, that's what I was going to say. A woman is the backbone. Like man. Everything that you do for a woman, she is going to magnify. Like that is what she's supposed to do. That's what she does. She magnifies, she multiplies, she makes it grow, she makes it better. So you want some extra money, give her this. I'm just putting that out there.
Go to net7bbs.com. Grow Your Money is for everybody. It's not for just for women. Net 7 Collective is. And do not forget, you guys, sign up tomorrow. I'm having the Robinhood. It's free training, same time as this. Robinhood for beginning investors. So I'm just going to basically show you the basics of Robinhood, how you could take $5 and start investing today. I'm going to do that for you tomorrow at 11 o'clock, but you got to sign up. You got to sign up for the training so that you can know how to do the Robinhood for training, Robinhood for investors. Okay. That's a brand new, and a brand new training, and it's free. Okay.
Wait, I have a random question about what you just did. You just had an event, I think on Saturday the 8th, right?
No, it's two. Thank you. I didn't have it because my uncle died, y'all.
Oh.
So thank you for that. I had totally forgot about that. So I'm also doing a 2-day training. It's called Bring Your Idea to Life. This is for those of you who have an idea. Maybe you don't have the investment for the Net 7 Collective, and that's okay. But we have this 2-day immersive training where I'm going to help you go from ideation to manifestation to monetization. What does that mean? I'm going to help you go from an idea to actual viable business. And this is a $997 training, because remember, I do coaching for $500 an hour. Okay. My coaching is $500 an hour. This is a training. It's $997 for 2 days, but you get it for 60% off if you use the code BBS for Black Business School, and it's only $397. So a 2-day immersive training with me, a 5-hour 2-day training, 5 hours each day. Boyce also added on some of his trainings for free, the 8 P's of success, steps to get your business going, things you need to do and know, and how to market and brand with digital advertising. Okay. You also get 3 months of the Grow Your Money Club for free. Okay. So you're getting a great value for taking this training. Bring your idea to life. You're going to get 3 months of the Grow Your Money Club. You're going to get some of Boyce's training, and you're going to get 2-day, thank you for this, April, a 2-day immersive training with me where I'm going to help you take your idea and bring it to life. And so if you're really serious about changing in 2025, seriously, that's why we're here. Ultimately, we're here to give you all this good information, but we're here to make sure that you got what you need so that you can go to the next level. I like to it. Huh?
I wanted to know how it went, because I was excited about it for you. When I see like everything that you do with women, I want to see how this is going to pan out, because I know that there are going to be so many people who are going to be able to benefit from it and turn their ideas into something magical. So yeah, y'all better get it. Y'all better get it.
Go to thinkbuildmonetize.com if you want to sign up for it. Thinkbuildmonetize.com. Make sure you put in the code BBS so that you can get the $600 discount. So it's only $397 and not $997. Make sure you put that in. Some people pay $997, but you guys get the discount.
Oh, BBS for big beautiful stock.
Ooh, big beautiful booty. I mean, yeah, stock. Yep. No, but this is not a stock training. So,
I know. But they're building stock in their company. So.
Absolutely. I do want to address, we got to get out of here because there's another podcast coming up in 20 minutes. But Stone said, let me correct myself for the misspell. The Vegas residency was going to allow her not to have to be on the road touring, but be in one place and not have to work so hard traveling, because I know that could be grueling. But now she's dead.
People, nobody who's been doing this for more than 1 year. It's like after the first year, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I get to travel. I get to see everybody.
That don't sound fun at all.
After a year of doing it, you're like, please, God, I just want to be in my own bed. I just don't want to live out of a hotel. I just want to go. I want to be able to go to the bathroom without somebody trying to follow me and take a video.
Right. Like, that kind of life. That does not sound fun.
It's not fun. So, I mean, and I'm praying that she's at least, if nothing else, resting well. That's it.
Yeah. And remember, everyone who, if you have a business, a product or service, please put in the comments. We always want to shout you out because we want to make sure that we're supporting Black owned businesses. So, they said that, they were going to support us after the George Floyd, and we see all of these rollbacks with DEI, like Target. That's why we're doing that 40-day fast with Target. But we want to make sure that we promote you. And we start being very, very, very intentional about how we spend our money. And we want to spend with you first. I'm always going to spend with Black people first. And I make no apologies about it. None at all. So we want to support your Black owned business. If you have a Black owned business, put in the comments. We love to shout you out. And we want you to send your information to info@realvirtual.net to Miss Tierra so that she can put you in the directory, in the BBS directory, so that we can make sure that your information gets put out there. Okay. So that's that. I think that's the housekeeping that we have. Someone asked about the Department of Education. I have a video on here about the Dear Colleague letter and what that means. And what they're saying is that discrimination is bad against white people. And the Department of Education is ensuring that they're not going to use affirmative action to help. It's crazy. These white folks is crazy. That's the reason why, not all white folks, but these motherfuckers in office are crazy. And that's why it's so important that we are so intentional about working with each other, because what they want to do is sow this seed of distrust, disinformation into our communities and make us think that we do not get along. And we do. We have proof. We have things like the Net 7 Collective. And you can do that, the same thing, on any level, on a macro level or on a micro level, but it just has to start with you. Your synergy is extremely important. And that's why I make sure that I hand select the people. I was talking to my good girlfriend, April Sampay, this morning, and she said, I don't think that you should be interviewing everybody for the Net 7 Collective because that's just a paramount waste of your time. I said, no, it's not. Because for me, synergy is important. I don't want just anybody to come in there. That's number one. Number two, I need to know what their needs are because I'm personally invested in all of that. And so I want to make sure that their needs are being met once they come in. So it doesn't matter if we have 1,000 people in there. I'm going to meet all 1,000 people because I'm personally invested in all 1,000 people. And so as you...
She is personally invested in all 1,000 people. Even if they are not invested in themselves, amen, amen, and amen again, she is. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You crazy, but that's true. So, but you guys can do the same thing on a different scale, whether it's a group of 2 people, 5 people, or 1,000 people. You can do the same thing. You can practice collective economics. You can practice group economics. Errol said he has 416 Consulting. I need your website. How do they get in contact with you, Errol? Okay. Delbert said we should always support Black-owned businesses. Yeah. But people are not hiring Black people. I hire everybody. I'm not going to front and act like I don't, but I hire Black people too. I make sure I will not discriminate. I'm not going to do the same practices that white people do, but I'm always going to look out for my Black people. Trust. And I'm going to do business when I'm looking across the aisle and looking to do business with other people. I'm going to do business with Black-owned businesses. Okay. We still boycotting. We got to do for self. Thank you. We must always understand, because it seems like we lose focus. This system is and always will be based on white supremacy and white control. You're right. So we must create a system within this system that we control. Yep. Amen. Catalyst Real Estate Professionals, we made history as the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. We were Black-owned, but we were not Black only. Okay. So
which is a beautiful thing. I mean, and that, I'm sorry to say it like this, y'all. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but there's this stuff called money, right? Money is green. And one of the reasons why, so if I were to ever do create a television show, which I have, and it goes mainstream, the one thing that I would not want is for them to say that this is a black show. Why? Because if you notice, when you look on different networks or different Comcast or whatever, they will say Black cinema. That means that everybody's not going to watch said cinema. And that also means that they're not going to get the money that they should be getting. One of the reasons why you have Black entertainers that are not paid nearly as much is because the others feel like I can't watch that. Listen, money is green. Everybody should be able to watch what we do. One of the reasons that they don't understand what our culture is and we understand theirs is because how television works, how movies work. We see their culture every day. They don't see ours. So,
I don't care about them seeing our culture, honestly.
Well, I mean, but regardless. But what you do want is you want money to be coming into your pocket so that you can then be able to work it out with the rest of your community. Like, I want to be able to grow. I don't care whose money it is. As far as my Black business is concerned, all are welcome.
All are welcome, for sure. But I'm very proud. I am B1 first. So I'm very proud to be a Black-owned business. And this is where me and April, the intersection of our agreement.
I think that money is green and money is spendable, and money should be coming from every single direction that every ounce of money can come from, so that I can help my next Black-owned business. As it relates to the Net 7, I think that it's amazing what she's doing, and I think that is I think that growth is awesome. And what I also do appreciate is how Jim works. Grow your money. Anybody can be a part of it. Anybody. It doesn't matter what your background is, because money is green.
But here's
the thing. Can grow.
Here's what I told them last night. This is what I told the ladies in Net 7 last night. When you identify and market to your target audience, when you market to everyone, you market to no one. And so you got to be very clear. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't have access to what I do. Everybody does. I have white friends. Everybody, right? But for certain things, it's for certain people. is for Black women. I am a Black owned business. Now, if they do not want to do business with me because I'm a Black owned business, y'all go spend your money with the white
That's
people.
fine.
And so everybody's not my customer, and I'm okay with that. Everybody's not going to listen to Constance Carter, and I'm okay with that. I curse and I love the Lord. That is okay. I'm okay. And some people don't like that I curse and I love the Lord, but I am okay with that. So me saying that I'm a Black owned business, I'm going to tout it to the heavens because I'm proud to be a Black owned business. And if you don't want to work with me because I'm Black,
no, and again, that's my point. My point was and still is, as it relates to how we market our beautiful Black businesses, we end up stopping our growth because. Okay, so then tell me why Taraji is not making nearly as much money as your Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't know why.
She's in Hollywood.
I'm sorry, what happened?
She's in Hollywood. That's
right, because she's doing Black movies that are constantly being targeted as being a Black movie.
Not necessarily, because when she was in the one with Brad Pitt, she got paid less than she had ever gotten, and that was not a Black movie. What's that movie she was in with Brad Pitt?
But it wasn't, because they're not looking at her on the same level, because she
didn't get paid her worth until she started working with Tyler Perry, and that's the reason why we need to be owning these studios.
Even with Tyler Perry, she's not getting the kind of money that she deserves.
Well, she said she got more money than she's ever gotten from White Hollywood.
But she's not getting the same level of money that she would be getting if people stop saying, "Oh, well, she's a Black actress." No, she's an actress. They don't say that Gwyneth Paltrow is a white actress. They say she's an actress. That is my point. My point is that the more we box ourselves,
Black.
No, and that's fine. But don't call me that if it's going to stop my bag.
It ain't gonna stop your coin, because there's enough Black people out there. There's enough Black people out there to make you rich.
If it's going to help me grow my community.
Guess what, baby? Guess what? We got $2 trillion in spending power, and we only spend 2% with each other. Imagine if we spend 10% of each other. That's why I'm saying it's so important for us to be intentional, because when we know we got the spending power. If we were a nation, we would be the 8th largest nation. If we were a nation. So we have to redirect our spending. So it's okay, because Jews are very clear about them being Jewish owned businesses, and they only do business with people.
But nobody has a problem with shopping in a Jew owned business.
Well, we should. But that's the reason why the mindset has to change for us. That's the reason why the mindset has to change, and we be proud.
The mindset does have to change. I like it.
So, but if we got $2 million in spending power, then certainly we can make a lot of Black-owned businesses wealthy if we are intentional about how we spend our dollars. And so I don't have a problem with being called a Black-owned business. I don't have a problem with a group of businesses being called Black-owned, because if Black people really were focused and really wanted to see other Black people win, then they would spend with them regardless.
Right. And where I would totally agree with that. But unfortunately, you have so many people who have the wrong mindset of
historically. But that's the reason why we're changing the mindset, baby. That's the reason why we're having these conversations, is to say, listen, fuck what they told you. Fuck with these white people, how they didn't brainwash you and told you that Black people weren't good and we weren't doing this and we did business and not business and all that. There are some brilliant Black-owned businesses. And if we're intentional about working with them, and then if they're not stepping up to the plate, because what I do is when they're not stepping up to the plate, I don't give up on Black businesses, and I don't say I'm not doing business with Black-owned businesses. I give feedback.
Well, ignorance. Whenever people say I'm not.
Yes, I give feedback to them so that they can improve their service, so they can get paid more money. Girl, the other podcast getting ready to start in 9 minutes. We got to get off the air.
No, I'm sorry.
And Tiara just texted me. She probably like, if y'all don't get your ass off this thing. I love it.
Real quick, Constance, before we go, can you tell them how to follow you?
Yes, you can follow me everywhere at I am Constance Carter. But what about you, Miss April Sampay?
You can follow me everywhere at I don't know why I do that every time because of you. I swear. You can follow me everywhere, April Sampay. That's APRILSAMPE. And follow me at everywhere, Realtor April Foster. That's Realtor April Foster. All righty then.
All right, thank you guys.
More than that, man. Can we take a moment just to honor? He got the world up on his shoulder.